Have you ever wondered why, in some parts of the world, people live past 100 years old with energy, vitality, and joy, while in other places, aging is almost always associated with illness and limitations? Well, there's a secret behind this, and it was discovered in regions called the Blue Zones. These are special places on our planet where longevity is the rule, not the exception. And here's the most important part. You don't need to live there to apply the same habits in your daily life. In today's video, we're going to explore the secrets of 5 incredible regions: Okinawa, Japan; Sardinia, Italy; Ikaria, Greece; Nicoya, Costa Rica; and Loma Linda, United States. You'll discover what these populations do differently, how they manage to keep their bodies and minds active into their 90s, 100s, and beyond, and most importantly, which practical lessons you can start adopting today to improve your health and increase your chances of living longer and better. So watch this video until the end, and don't forget to subscribe to the Longevity channel, where you'll find content that can truly transform the way you experience aging. When we talk about longevity, diet stands out as one of the strongest and most consistent factors across all the Blue Zones. And we're not talking about trendy or restrictive diets, but rather simple, natural, and balanced eating. In Okinawa, Japan, the diet is based on vegetables, grains, tofu, and the famous purple sweet potato, which is packed with antioxidants. They also follow a custom called hara hachi bu, which means eating until you're about 80% full. This habit helps prevent overeating and keeps body weight stable throughout life. In Sardinia, Italy, the secret lies in moderate consumption of red wine, rich in polyphenols, always accompanied by olive oil, whole grains, legumes, and goat's milk cheese, which is highly nutritious. In Nicoya, Costa Rica, simplicity is the key. The diet revolves around beans, corn, and squash, an inexpensive but extremely nutritious combination. These foods provide fiber, plant-based protein, and antioxidants that strengthen the body. In Ikaria, Greece, the diet follows the Mediterranean pattern: olive oil, fresh herbs, natural teas, fruits, vegetables, and practically no processed foods. And in Loma Linda, United States, where a Seventh-day Adventist community lives, the choice is clear: a diet centered on vegetables, fruits, nuts, and seeds with very little meat consumption. This lifestyle is linked to much lower rates of cardiovascular disease. What all these populations have in common is simple. They prioritize natural, fresh, minimally processed, and nutrient-rich foods. Now think about this. Which of these habits could you start bringing to your own plate today? Maybe cutting down on processed foods, adding more colorful vegetables, or even adopting the habit of eating slowly and in smaller portions. Small changes in the way we eat can have a huge impact on both the quality and length of our lives. Another essential factor that all the Blue Zones have in common is movement. But here, we're not talking about gyms, heavy workouts, or hours on treadmills. Movement happens naturally, integrated into daily life. In Okinawa, for example, people still work the land, tend to gardens, and practice farming well into old age. This daily contact with the soil and constant body movement helps maintain strength, flexibility, and vitality. In Sardinia, many villages are located in mountainous regions. Walking up and down hills and uneven terrain is part of everyday life, strengthening the heart and muscles without the need for formal exercise. In Ikaria and Nicoya, the lifestyle also includes simple tasks like picking fruit, taking care of animals, or walking to visit friends. Sedentary behavior is practically non-existent. In Loma Linda, even in a highly industrialized country,
The community maintains the habit of walking regularly, often in groups, which not only moves the body, but also strengthens social bonds.
The big secret here is understanding that the human body was made to move throughout the day. It's not just about 1 hour of exercise, but about small doses of movement spread across daily activities. And that's a practical lesson for us. Taking the stairs instead of the elevator, walking short distances instead of always driving, tending to plants, or simply getting up more often during the day. These small choices, repeated every day, add up to enormous benefits for the health of the heart, the muscles, and even the brain. If there is one common factor among all the populations in the blue zones, it's the importance of social connection and having a purpose in life. It's not enough to just eat well or stay active. Living longer is also directly tied to living with meaning. In Okinawa, Japan, there is a concept called Ikigai, which means reason for living. Every person, even at an advanced age, has a reason to get up every day, whether it's caring for family, tending the garden, or preserving a cultural tradition. This sense of purpose gives energy and joy to life. In Sardinia and Ikaria, families are close-knit and multi-generational. Elders live near their children and grandchildren, participate in daily household routines, and are respected as guardians of wisdom. This strengthens the feeling of belonging and reduces loneliness, a huge risk factor for health. In Nicoya, Costa Rica, community life is very strong. Friends and neighbors constantly support each other, whether in farm work or local celebrations. This support network provides emotional security and contributes to a lighter, healthier life. In Loma Linda, United States, spirituality plays a central role. Faith, group gatherings, and the practice of weekly rest provide not only stress relief, but also a sense of community and purpose. These practices show that longevity is not only biological, but also social and emotional. Feeling useful, connected, and valued is as powerful as any diet or exercise. And here's the reflection. What is your purpose today? Who are the people that strengthen your life? Investing in true relationships and in a greater reason to live may be one of the most powerful secrets to aging with health and happiness. In addition to healthy eating, natural movement, and social connection, there is another key factor present in all the blue zones: spirituality and mental care. This is often overlooked, but it plays a decisive role in how we age. In Loma Linda, United States, spirituality is an essential part of daily life. Seventh-day Adventists, who make up much of this community, practice weekly rest, participate actively in community gatherings, and strengthen their faith. Studies show that this regular pause for both body and mind lowers stress levels, improves blood pressure, and is directly linked to longer life expectancy. In Ikaria, Greece, spirituality is expressed through small daily rituals such as prayers before meals, frequent religious celebrations, and a lifestyle rooted in gratitude. In addition, daily contact with nature and simple practices of meditation and contemplation create a constant state of mental calm. This helps explain why the island has extremely low rates of depression and dementia among the elderly. In Nicoya, Costa Rica, faith and religiosity are also very strong. People often gather for local celebrations, cultivate spirituality within their families, and maintain a positive outlook on life. This strengthens not only the mind, but also the immune system, since lower stress levels are linked to reduced inflammation in the body. The common thread is clear. Spirituality, regardless of religion or practice, works as an emotional anchor that helps people face life's challenges with greater serenity. Scientific research shows that those who cultivate faith, gratitude, and moments of reflection have lower levels of cortisol,
the stress hormone, as well as better sleep quality and greater longevity. And this is a great lesson for us. Setting aside a few minutes each day to quiet the mind, practice gratitude, meditate, pray, or simply breathe deeply can make a huge difference. The body needs movement, but the mind needs calm to sustain longevity. It's in this balance between action and serenity that we find one of the greatest secrets to living longer and living better. After learning about the secrets of the blue zones, we can see that longevity is not a genetic privilege or a stroke of luck. It is the result of a set of factors that consistently repeat themselves in these regions: natural eating, daily movement, strong social bonds, spirituality, and a sense of purpose. Science has already proven that these choices have a direct impact on our health. Diets rich in vegetables, fiber, and antioxidants reduce the risk of cardiovascular disease, diabetes, and cancer. Constant daily movement improves circulation, preserves muscle mass, and maintains mobility. Solid social relationships and a sense of purpose strengthen mental health, reduce the incidence of depression, and increase emotional resilience. And spirituality, in its different forms, helps manage stress, improves immunity, and supports hormonal balance. The most inspiring part is that you don't need to move to another country to apply these secrets. They can be adapted into your routine in simple and gradual ways. By choosing less processed foods, adding more fruits, vegetables, and greens to your plate, standing up more often during the day, walking short distances, cultivating friendships, spending quality time with family, and setting aside moments to care for your mind, you are already creating your own path to longevity.
We may not be able to choose where we are born, but we can choose how we live. Every daily decision, no matter how small it may seem, builds up benefits that can completely transform the way we age. If this content made sense to you, go back and take notes on the key points. Share this video with someone you love, and don't forget to subscribe to the Longevity channel. Here, you'll find valuable knowledge to not only live longer, but to live with quality, vitality, and fulfillment at every stage of life.